What's going on, everybody? Sri Kanase here. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the exact strategy which has currently been working for me when it comes to upselling products. Now, upsells are one of the biggest things that you can personally do in order to increase your revenue without spending an extra dime on advertising. Now, as crazy as that sounds, a lot of people actually don't pay much attention to upsells or downsells because they're more focused on getting revenue via Facebook ads. But a lot of people don't understand that having the correct upsells is key to having a profitable store, period. If you aren't using upsells or don't even know upsells are, this video is definitely for you. But it's also for you if you already have upsells up and running but aren't sure how to get results with them or aren't getting results. But if this is the first time you're watching one of my Shopify videos, make sure to pause this video for about just 2 seconds and smash that like button down below and subscribe while you're at it. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into it. So the $100,000 upsell strategy for Shopify dropshipping. Now, before actually talking about strategy, I want to talk about exactly how upsells or downsells work. And downsells is actually something that is actually related to upsells. It's part of the upselling process, and a lot of people don't even know what downsells are. So this is where they lose a lot of money. But how do upsells and downsells work? So basically, the reason why we even upsell or downsell in the first place is to make somebody who's already in the mindset of spending money spend even more money. So it's not like we're doing any extra work or forcing anybody to take any action. These people are already in the mindset of purchasing. All we're doing is showing them some more offers which they can take on if they like. And this is exactly why upselling and downselling is so beneficial, because these people are already in the buying mindset. They already have their credit cards up in their hand. All they're waiting for is the queue, and that queue comes from you through your offer. But one thing you want to understand is establishing momentum is the hardest. Whether it is about upselling or downselling or running Facebook ads or running an e-commerce store in general, getting the first momentum is the hardest. And a lot of people will agree with that. I've also faced this situation where just getting that momentum going is the hardest. But once you have the momentum up and running, keeping it going is actually the easiest. And this actually relates directly to upsells and downsells. Basically, since these people are already purchasing a product, they already have their credit cards out in their hand, the momentum has already started. It is up to you now to keep that momentum going. And as I mentioned here, that is actually the easiest part. So to give you a direct example of an upsell we face often in everyday life, the best example would be of the upsell that happens at McDonald's or Burger King or any fast food restaurant that you go out to eat. Basically, what happens is you're purchasing a burger along with fries and a drink. But when you go to the cashier to check out, basically, what happens is the cashier says something like, "Would you like to supersize that?" Or if you don't have French fries and a drink, they say something like, "Would you like to add fries and a drink to that order?" Basically, what they're doing is they're upselling you those fries and that drink, or in this case, they're upselling you a supersize of that drink. So as you can see, if you do say yes, you'll go from having this kind of drink to having a supersized drink. And what happened is the fast food restaurant made more money in this process without you even knowing it. And that's the beauty of upselling and downselling. You were already in the momentum of buying food, specifically that burger or whatever you were buying, because you were hungry and you wanted to just eat that. What happened is, without you knowing, the cashier basically added more money inside their pocket by upselling you this supersized drink. So this is exactly how upsells work. When the momentum has already started, we're basically giving our customers more offers to keep the momentum going, and that's where we make more and more money. But what are the benefits of upselling besides just earning more money? Is there anything else that happens in the process? Well, to let you know, there are more things that happen than just earning money. Speaking about the monetary value, the upsell actually helps increase the average order value. And when the average order value increases, your overall profit for you that specific order also increases. So this means instead of just earning $20 of profit in that order, you just earn $30 of profit. So you added $10 of profit through the upsell. And what happens is, because you added more profit to the order, now you can spend more on advertising to get more customers. And when you spend more on advertising to get more customers, and if you're doing it right, Facebook will start to get you more and more customers and more results. So this will kind of go inside a circular cycle where you're just investing the extra profit into your business to gain more customers. And this is exactly how you grow your business faster. Along with growing your business faster because of the extra ad spend, you also let customers experience more of your product or service. Because with the upsell, they just basically added another product to their cart. And if the products that you sell are high quality products, that means that customer will be more than likely to be satisfied with the extra product, and that will actually leave you more room to leave a positive impression within your customer's mind and heart regarding your store. So as you can see, just adding extra average order value actually paved the way to creating an overall good impression of your store through more of your products, because now the customer can experience more of your products or services. So just an increase in monetary value is not the only benefit of having upsells, and this is why you want to actually focus on upselling correctly. But now that we've talked about the benefits, let's go ahead and talk about the exact strategy. Exactly how do you upsell properly so that you make money instead of just spend money on the app itself? So the strategy actually starts at the very beginning when somebody purchases a product. So let's say, for example, we're at the very top now. A customer has just purchased a specific product. And for the upsells and downsells, I actually like to use post-purchase upsells, meaning upsell offers that come after somebody enters their credit card information and clicks the checkout button. And I have a few examples of the best upsell and downsell apps at the very end of the video, but the process basically starts at the very top when the customer clicks the checkout button. Right after somebody clicks the checkout button, they are shown upsell number 1. This is the first offer that they are shown. Now for upsell number 1, I recommend that you actually upsell them the same exact product which they just bought. Instead of just selling it for the same regular price, you want to sell it for a discounted price. Maybe something like 48% off, or maybe 30% off, or maybe 50% off. That's up to you. But our main goal is upselling that same exact product that they just purchased at a discounted price. Now you may be thinking I'm absolutely crazy to be saying something like this, but trust me, I've tested this out and it actually works. The person that just purchased your main product purchased it because they liked something about that product. And in a lot of the cases, what I've noticed is that if you upsell the same exact product to the customer, they're more than happy to accept this upsell offer because maybe they want more of that product, or maybe they want to distribute it among their friends or family. So this actually has a higher chance of adding extra order value inside your overall order. But this is the first upsell offer that you want to use. Basically upsell the same exact product at a discounted price. An alternative to this is basically upselling something called a prioritized order, or you can also upsell faster shipping. But prioritized order is basically telling them that their order will be shipped first amongst the other orders that we currently have. And what I've noticed is that there's a very high conversion rate for this upsell as well, where I'm just telling them that if they accept this prioritized order upsell, their order will be packaged and shipped first before anybody else's order, and I charge about $2 for this upsell. The beauty about this is that there's literally $0 cost for me with this upsell, unlike the first upsell where the cost of the goods is something I would have to actually take care of since they're ordering that same exact product again. And the second alternative option, you're not paying anything out of your pocket. It's just prioritized order where you just tell your supplier to ship their order first. So this is something I've noticed that really added extra money inside my pocket for no extra work. And again, you want to price this at something reasonable, maybe something around $1 to $2. I don't recommend that you exceed $3 for this offer. But let's say that whoever purchased your specific product is now at the upsell offer, and they, instead of hitting yes, they hit no to the offer because they're not interested for some reason. This is where our downsell offers come into play. And that is exactly what a downsell offer is. When somebody hits no to your main offer, they're shown the downsell offers. And for your first downsell offer, I actually recommend that you sell the same exact product again, keeping in mind that they did not say yes to this specific offer. But in this case, instead of offering it at maybe 48% off, for the downsell offer, you want to offer it at even a higher percent off. So in this case, maybe 54% off. What we're basically doing in this case is we're increasing the perceived value of this offer. We just increase the percentage off from the product, and now they can get even a better discount for that same exact product. A lot of people will actually say no to this first offer simply because they already spent a lot of money and they don't want to spend anymore. But what I've noticed is that a lot of people that say no here will actually say yes here, and that's because the offer is so good for them and so priceless that they're more than happy to spend extra money just to get the same exact product for a higher discounted price. But let's say instead of saying no, they said yes to the first offer. Now what? This is where you show them upsell offer number 2. And in upsell offer number 2, you are now offering them an entirely new product. But one important thing, this new product needs to somehow be complementary to the main purchased product. Now, what do I mean by this exactly? For example, let's say your main product was one single piece of a flashlight. So you sold the flashlight and your upsell offer number 1 was that same exact product, which is the flashlight, for maybe 30% off. And in this case, the customer said yes to this upsell offer because maybe they want the flashlight for a family friend. Now they're on upsell offer number 2. What do you think they should be expecting in upsell offer number 2? In this case, since you were selling a flashlight in upsell offer number 1 and as the main product, maybe you want to sell flashlight batteries as upsell offer number 2. So as you can see, we're selling something complementary to the first upsell that we offered them. And in a lot of the cases, these customers will go ahead and say yes to this upsell offer as well, because a flashlight can't work without batteries. And especially if the flashlight that you're selling does not come with batteries, offering batteries as upsell offer number 2 is a great way to make extra money. Plus, you don't have to ship the batteries separately. You can ship them in the same exact package as you're shipping the flashlight. So this is a double win-win situation for you. But let's say they don't want the battery, so they say no to this offer. Now you want to offer them downsell number 2. So in downsell offer number 2, you're gonna be selling the same exact battery that you just offered them. So it's gonna be the same product as upsell number 2, but instead of having it at X% off, you're gonna maybe have it at X plus 5% off, meaning the same thing that we went over with upsell number 1 and downsell number 1. If this was 30% off for the batteries, you can now offer the batteries for 35% off instead. So again, what we're doing here is we're basically making the offer so valuable and so priceless that they have no choice but to accept the offer. And that's just because of the great discount price we're offering the product at. But let's say they say yes to the batteries in upsell offer number 2, and this is where you take them to the final upsell offer, and this is upsell offer number 3. This is where you sell them the final complementary product to the main purchased product. And talking about the price, you need to make sure that this upsell offer, which is the last upsell offer, actually costs more than the upsell offer number 2. And in most cases, upsell offer number 2 should also cost more than upsell offer number 1. But in this case, as you saw, that was not the situation because we were selling flashlight in upsell offer number 1 and we just sold batteries in upsell offer number 2. So the batteries actually cost less than the flashlight. So in some cases, this is actually fine. But in most cases, you want to aim at having an upsell offer number 2 at a higher cost than upsell offer number 1. But with upsell offer number 3, this should definitely be more costly than upsell offer number 2. So in this case, since we sold them flashlights and batteries, now maybe you can sell them a case which holds the flashlight and the battery. And this case would make it super convenient for the people just to carry it around maybe in their backpack or in their pocket. So it's very organized. So as you can see, again, we offer them something that is complementary to something they already purchased. We're not offering them foreign objects, we're offering them complementary stuff. And this offer should be your most valuable offer. Maybe this is where you can barely make any profit with the offer itself. Maybe you can offer it at 60% off or 50% off. And again, we're barely making a profit here with very little profit, simply because we want the customer to experience as much of our products and website as possible. And in my case, I've noticed that people who accept up to upsell offer number 2 are most likely to accept upsell offer number 3 regardless of the price. And this is exactly why we want to focus on achieving the momentum as I was discussing earlier. Once you achieve this momentum where you basically get the customers to say yes to all of these upsell offers, it becomes very easy to make extra profit. So by the third upsell offer, even if you make barely any profit, that's fine because you just added 3 additional products to their order. And overall in upsell offer number 1 and 2, you should have made a lot of profit. So this is exactly how you want to be upselling and downselling your customers on your own website. But of course, there are some things that go into this because something that worked for me may not always work for you. So let's talk about some of the tips and tricks regarding this. So One thing you don't want to do at all costs is to exceed 3 upsells and 2 downsells, because if you exceed 3 upsells and 2 downsells, a customer is more likely to get annoyed with all of these offers, and this could lead to them having a bad impression of your website overall. So the sweet spot of having the upsells and downsells is up to about 3 for upsells and 2 for downsells. But in addition to that, when it comes to the actual upsells and downsells, you want to be split testing different products until you get something converting at 5% or more. And this is directly related to upsell offer number 2 and number 3, because with the number 1, you're just selling the same exact product. But with number 2 and 3, you're gonna have to play around a bit. Maybe batteries aren't getting you a good enough conversion rate. Maybe it's only at a 0.5% conversion rate. So in that case, you want to play around with other complementary products, try different things, and see what is getting you a conversion rate of 5% or more. And you may be thinking that a 5% conversion rate is a huge amount. Trust me, it's not huge when you're upselling products, because again, going back to the momentum part, these people are already in a buying frenzy, so it's not very hard to convert them. So try to find something that you can at least convert at a 5% conversion rate. But in addition to that, on these upsell and downsell offers, you want to use tons of urgency in your offers, but do not be pushy. Don't include scammy words or unnecessary timers, or just clog up their screen. Make it very easy and straightforward, and let them know exactly what they need to do on the upsell page or the downsell page. And one great thing to do, of course, is to use tons of urgency. Tell them that this is a VIP offer available nowhere else, or this is a special one-time limited offer, and after they leave the screen, it won't be available anymore. These kinds of things will actually help add that urgency that you need to make them take action and convert. And amongst all of this, you want to remember the rule of 25. The rule of 25 says that you should not be upselling or downselling them anything that costs more than 25% of their total order value that they currently have. So for example, the main product that you're selling costs $100. You should not be upselling them products which cost more than $125. And that is exactly what the rule of 25 says. Do not exceed 25% of the total average order value, because in that case, they won't be really that willing to buy. And one good example I have of this is going shopping in a car dealership. If you go shopping in a Honda car dealership, if the salesman tries to upsell you a Porsche, that's not gonna work out, because that does not follow the rule of 25. Compared to a Honda, a Porsche most likely costs a lot more. So that's kind of a wasted effort. But moving on to the best upsell and downsell apps, and I actually just recommend 3 upsell and or downsell apps in total, because these are the ones that I personally believe in the most. The first one is of course my favorite, the one that allowed me to get most of my results with upsells, and that's Zipify one-click upsell. Now if you want to get Zipify's one-click upsell, I have an affiliate link in the description below. It'll give me a few cents, but this is one of the best apps you can actually use on your Shopify store. And that is because it is very easy to use, very beginner friendly, and it gets the job done and integrates well with a lot of your apps. So if you don't want to have unnecessary problems with upselling and downselling, I highly recommend Zipify's one-click upsell. The second upsell app is Sweet Spot Checkout Upsell, and this is actually a free upsell app that just was recently released. But what this does is it basically shows an upsell on the thank you page. So when a customer reaches the thank you page, the upsells will be shown. Again, a very straightforward and simple app, and does its job really well, and best part of all, this is actually free. The third and final one is Sweet Upsell app. This upsell app is actually very similar to the second one, because it also shows these upsells and downsells on the thank you page. So again, after somebody has finished purchasing, this offers a easy one-click upsell opportunity for the customer. So by simply clicking the add to cart button once, they can directly add the product to cart and just directly check out without having to re-enter all of the credit card information. And the same goes for all of these apps actually. But again, I recommend Zipify's one-click upsell because it actually creates a brand new custom page just for the upsells and downsells, unlike these ones where it's just on the thank you page. But if you found any type of value in this video, make sure to smash that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.